You're working harder than ever, yet seeing no progress. It's this busy but not productive cycle. Just 2 months ago, I was scattered over 10 different projects, trying to build landing page, VSL, newsletter, and all of that stuff, feeling busy but not going nowhere. And this 3-step framework that I used boosted my productivity by 50% in this month. And by sticking to it, you'll not expect the results you will get by the end of this video. I mean, your day is probably when you wake up, you know you have 10 things on your to-do list. You wake up, you try to get them all, you sit on your studies or at your job, and you're overthinking, what business decision should I make? Like, what path should I take? You think, how can I manage all of that stuff? You're going through that storm, and in the evening, you sit down, you check everything you've done, and it's nothing. You technically achieved nothing today. And the next day, you will repeat the same process. Like, feeling busy, doing dozens of things today, but actually achieving nothing. Who am I to claim that I'll change you? Personally, I tripled my productivity in the last year, going from 1 video a week in November 2023 to making 3 or 4 videos a week. Now, our first step is essentialism. You know what I mean? You need this more than ever, bro. We just have to get this reality check. What we're doing actually. When you stumble upon self-improvement creators, then business creators, how to make it 10K a month, you always think, you know, I'm gonna get rich. I'll make this business work. When you hopped on some business model, when you thought, I'm gonna be a solopreneur, I'm gonna build this business myself in 1 year, this shit ain't working. You try everything, but if you take your life as the circle, let's draw arrows. What stuff do you do every single day? Probably studies. Probably you're working part-time. Probably you're learning some language. You're going to the gym. You probably want to get a girl. You cold approach some and you want to build an online business. Of course, how are we gonna go without that? And let's take it. It's roughly 10 things. They're not that long. You spread your attention and focus. It's 10% on 10 things at the same time. You're basically nowhere. You've lost all of them. Let's look at alternative you. You get 2 or 3 arrows. The best case scenario, you've got 1 arrow. The success rate is 100%. Just imagine you're in a horse race. You have to put a bet on some horse, right? There are 3 horses. They're equally strong, so you've got 10K. You can win 100K. But success rate is 33%. Risky, right? Super risky. If there are 10 horses, success rate is 10%. Imagine you go there another day and you see there is only 1 horse. Weird, right? But that's not the point. Your success rate is 100%. You know what I mean? It's fucking impossible that you lose. And that's the exact same thing. Like, what's actually moving you forward? What's serving you? Do all those activities serve you? They could serve you. But what's the most impactful? You know what's most impactful? Money. Financial needs. Relationships can be delayed, bro. We're fucking young. Like, we'll get it. Fuck that, bro. Especially settling down with someone. We have to build, bro. Go through a list of all your activities. What's actually moving the needle? What's moving you forward and is the most leverage? Like, one thing that affects all areas of your life, like wealth, health, and relationships. What partly shapes all of them? For me, it's online business. Now prioritize it. Choose 2 to 3 activities. 1 in health, 1 in wealth, 1 in relationships. Wealth can be online business. Health is gym, and some hobby. For me, it's hiking. Just try to build as much social bonds as possible. It's not specifically women. Just do it on autopilot when you're going with your life. But become an essentialist, bro. Like every entrepreneur, every successful entrepreneur. Sam Owens, Charlie Morgan, William Brown, Hamza Ahmed. All of those dudes with multi, 6, or even 7 figures are essentialists. Like my to-do list, I'm struggling with it right now. I've got so much stuff to do, like my online thing, like my studies. I want to go abroad. I want to study abroad in the next year. I'm at the gym. I want to play volleyball. I want to hike. I want to do it professionally. No, not November. I gotta get some girl. All of those things stack on me. You know what I'm saying? I just need to apply essentialism. Do I need volleyball? Probably not. So I should do it as a hobby. Do I need to become a professional hiker? No, this thing will make me money. I'm choosing this over hiking. I should do this as a hobby. I'm looking for a girl. Fuck that. Just socialize with no back intent. By cutting everything, I've managed to stick to one niche, build a school community, build my first 2 VSLs, build a free course, start an email newsletter, summit some 4,000ers. I did all of that on this summer just because I cut out useless activities. Like hanging around with DJ friends. Stop playing Fortnite. Stop scrolling short form. This shit works. You just have to slowly get to it. Like the hardest part, becoming an essentialist, is usually something you really strive to do. You're willing to do it, but you know it will not serve you. Like hiking, I want to do it professionally, but you know what I'm saying, it will not make me no money. I have to provide for my family. They've invested thousands in me. I have to get it back. I want to play volleyball. It's fucking fun for me. I can play it professionally. I have everything, but that's also not serving me. I can fail, I can risk, but not get nothing in return. Do the same shit for you. Find those 2 or 3 activities that actually get impact on your life, that will completely change your life in the next 2 years, and focus on them by working only in deep blocks. That is the next step. Always work in deep or shallow work blocks, 60 to 90 minutes. You know, being busy is actually an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? When you feel free, when you're on holidays, it's actually super chaotic. You don't know what to do with all of your time. You've got used to having no time, having this chore, having that task. Those 2 hours in the evening that you were free were the best. You know, you had high quality rest. It was a strict period. And after that, you will get back to your chores, like studies, like every other thing. And that's the same. When a person gets freedom, that's the time he gets lost. He makes stupid decisions, and we have to embrace it, bro. And this tactic is probably the best. From now, you will only work in blocks from 60 to 120 minutes. Work divides into deep and shallow one. Deep work is the hardest, but the most meaningful task in your niche. Like, what's that hardest task? Just think about it. For me, it's filming, scripting. Find that creative work in your niche. That will be a deep work. Now, shallow work is the rest. Operational tasks. It's like managing your team. I mean, you have no team. So operating your business, like uploading videos, making thumbnails, SEO optimization, all of that crap. That's shallow work. You can do it on autopilot. That's when you understand. That's the deep work. That's shallow work. If you can do it absolutely relaxed with no effort, that's shallow work. You will perform your best when it's intensive but short. All of them entrepreneurs I called out earlier do deep work blocks in the morning. Like Hamza makes 4 or 5 videos a day. And that's his deep work. Cal Newport wrote a book, Deep Work. All he does in the morning is writing for 4 or 5 hours with no distractions. You can't tolerate that. We have no time. So wake up and smash your work in 60 or 90 minutes. That's important. Do not overstretch it. Get it to the essentials. Fill that deadline and get everything done. Now that moment, you'll feel productive. Do not overwork. Do not sit on your desk and think, yeah, bro, I'm working. You have to squeeze high quality time. Every single minute, you're doing something. Even when you're resting, you're watching something. You might think it's toxic productivity, but actually you're doing it in short period of time. Everything else is rest. And that's what I'm saying. When I started just working in blocks, I get everything done now. I mean, I've edited 11 or 13 videos in the last month just because I have 2 blocks per day, shallow work and deep work. I've made this block 90 or 120 minutes and I'm getting everything done. Do the same with your schedule. Just add 2 work blocks per day, deep work and shallow work. You actually do less, but you have more in the results because other time is allocated to your rest. Because this is strategic rest. Less is actually more. Being rested is actually half of your productivity. When you're sitting trying to work for 6 or 7 hours, you feel like this work is wasted. You've been focused first 1 or 2 hours. It's gone then. What is left? Super shallow work, not even getting things done, but thinking, yo bro, I'm so productive. This is just feeding your ego. I mean, you have to strategically rest. You will be surprised, but it'll make you more. We have to put quality over quantity. If you're busy, it will serve you 2 times better. When your schedule is strict, you have to allow yourself to rest. And rest can be direct and indirect. Indirect rest is when you're at school, you're just socializing with people. You're just having fun. Direct rest can be hiking, can be cycling. Everything works. I would recommend having 1 long direct rest per week and every single day do indirect rest for a lot of hours. When you're at the gym, you're having fun. When you're doing shallow work, you're having fun. When you're talking to people, you're talking to girls, you're having fun. Working hard does not have to suck. Being busy sucks, bro. We have to make it fun. When you're resting, rest without no guilt. It's absolutely fine. Think that it's part of your work. Work is not only sitting on your desk and typing shit. Learning is part of your work. Socializing is part of your work. But when differentiating work and rest, you have to rest normally, like a normal human being. Hustle culture is gonna destroy you. Anytime you feel like you need to rest, just rest, bro. Day before yesterday, I've got a trip on some lake. I'll pin a picture here. I was super tired. I spent my whole day direct resting. Next day, I woke up a lot later. I didn't do my deep work. I went to the gym. I did everything. I did shallow work, but it was all passive. And I went to bed later. I can be guilty about that. But who will benefit? Actually, no one benefits. I took accountability. Today, I'll go to bed a lot earlier. And that rest was necessary. That's a recovery day. That's what I call a recovery day. When you don't be hard on yourself. You just feel like, I need it. That's part of my nature. That's part of my routine. And when you realize that rest is part of your work, you will actually rest with high quality. Although watching movies, watching stuff you like on YouTube can be beneficial. By implementing all of that, I've gone from working actually 6 or 7 hours a day, getting done basically the same thing in 4 hours today. That's a real talk. When I had 10 or 15 hours a day at summer, I was doing everything. I was sitting more than ever, but getting done the same shit I do today. But I have so much more time on socializing, like getting fulfillment from this life, like going to the gym, like hiking, like chatting with hiking community, planning trips with them, and life just got easier. I have the same progress, but I feel like it's not hard. And I wish you'd the same shit. Apply essentialism. Do things that actually impact you. Work only in blocks, deep or shallow one. Do not overdo and feed your ego. Just do the bare minimum, but be super productive in that time. And strategically rest. Do not feel guilty about that. If you want to implement it in your own life with absolutely 100% guarantee and zero risk, just click on the link below, book a free call with me, check out the landing page. If you're not ready for that, just watch another video right here. And remember, you don't have to feel comfortable about it. Just keep going.